Good morning everybody, and welcome back to Installer's Assistant. My name is Marty, and today we have a Nissan Navara D22. This is a 2005 according to the VIN, but it's a late 2005, so it falls into the category of the 2006 model, and this particular model runs through from 06 to 15. What we're doing today is taking out the radio and replacing it. This video is going to show you how to get access to this part of it. Alright, you will have noticed on one of my other videos things to check for before you start taking the radio out, which includes any cracks, any breaks, buttons that don't work, anything that's abnormal. If it's your own car, obviously you're probably well aware of it. If it's somebody else's car, it's nice to let them know. Say, hey, I noticed there was a hairline crack here, or there's a stone chip taken out of here. So they're aware that you've seen it before you start doing the work. That's a lot easier for them to accept that than to come back and go, oh, I hadn't actually noticed that before, or I hadn't seen that before, even though it was already there. A lot of people just don't tend to notice these things. It's just human nature. So let's get into the installs. I'm going to need my trusty 4140 Pry Tool. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend it. You can find a link in the description. And a Phillips screwdriver. If you don't have one of those things, you are miles away from doing any installs. Alright, so I've already checked for CD operation, all the buttons all work. First thing I'm going to do, ignore that, is take out these pockets. They're just going to get in the way anyway. Okay, and under here there are two screws, both Phillips. Let's pop those out. And that is all the secure fittings to hold this on. This whole thing comes off in one piece. Now I'm going to have to be aware of the UHF handpiece that's going to have to pop through the hole, but what we're going to do is take this off now, and I find the easiest way is to start at the bottom and just hook your fingers over there. You can actually just see there's a gap all the way through, but this is leverage. Okay, and then a bit of a tug. Okay, now in this situation I haven't used my Pry Tool, but sometimes these are so tight that you do need to get your Pry Tool underneath and give it a bit of a gentle encouragement. Okay. Obviously this one's a bit more loose because someone's been in here before to put the radio on. Okay, we'll work our way around. And again, even though it's nice and loose, when you come across a tension piece, just give it that same wiggle, and you'll find things will come off quite nicely. Alright, pop that through there, keeping out of the way. Now on the back of this there'll obviously be two plugs for these two, and there'll be one for the cigarette lighter socket down the bottom. So let's release those. These are proving to be a bit difficult this morning. Okay. Let's pop these off and then I'll show you what I've done. So I can't get the camera in there to actually show you. So on the back of this there are two plugs. Obviously there's no way I could have shown you how to get in there, but these are the two white plugs, and they both have push releases. That's the big one which goes in there, push on the top and it pulls out, and that's the small one. It's got a smaller button. That's quite well hidden, but it's very hard getting your fingers in there to release it. So what I was doing with my screwdriver was getting there just enough pressure to pop the button out. Sometimes these whole things will pop out of the whole fascia, and that makes things a bit easier as well, and sometimes they don't. The bottom one There's your standard cigarette lighter. This one looks like it's been replaced because that's not stock at all. And normally there'll be a white plug on there as well. So with that out of the way, we now have full access to the radio. And there will typically be 4 screws, same type that's under here, holding the radio on. So I'll pop these out as well. Okay, 4 screws out, and this whole thing should just slide forward. Ready for removal. Okay, I can see straight away this customer's had rear speakers added, because this is a factory plug, and this is definitely not factory. We'll pop out his UHF unit. And that leaves us with antenna and the same basic plug as before. Little like push release, and we'll pop these speakers out. Alright, whatever he has done here is also not stock. Pop that out, put that back in so we don't lose it. But that is the radio removed from the car. So I hope this all makes sense. One other tip. You notice on top of here there's foam around the top of the UHF unit. When you put your new radio in, you'll probably find that it doesn't fill the edges the same as the stock one. As you can see, the face is slightly larger. This here is the line of the original, or the one that we're replacing. As you can see, there's distance. So when you put a new one in, you're probably going to need some form of either foam tape or a plastic shroud just to fill in the gap, otherwise you will see it through the fascia. Cool, now you know what to do. Go and have a crack yourself and see how you get on. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe for me, like the channel, you'll see more videos come up as they do so. Helps me out, and if you have any questions, by all means shoot me a comment and I'll do what I can to answer them. Have a great day.